The next moment, Iris, as you're doing all that fancy shit left and right, one of the guys deciding that it's a bad idea to get anywhere near you, he just points at you and screams, "Put it on my tab!" And he then runs out the door and escapes. And the tavern owner's like, "Oi, girl, you owe me 20 gold pieces, motherfucker!"
Me?
The tavern keeper is very angry.
Wait,
with you, Iris.
he
The
yells,
final
"Put it on
boss
my
is
tab,"
furious.
and so
You
it's
owe
on
him
Iris'
money.
tab. What?
Don't question it. It's a rogue show.
I didn't even have that much money
Don't
when I was... before we came here.
Currently heroic showdowning a bar of drunk people. Just don't question it.
Alyssia, as you're still
Yes?
standing, sitting in the guy's lap, doing stuff, eventually you hear, "Come here, you!" Somebody grabs the guy by the shoulders and yanks him off, leaving you alone in the seat as the drunk guy gets dragged off to join the fight. In front of you, you see a man dive right for you, and he nibbles on your arm in a very inappropriate way. Iris, Alyssia, you have just been somehow infected by scurvy, even though it makes no sense.
What?
Well, that's easily treatable. All I need to do is eat a potato.
No,
And
citrus
since
fruit.
you're
Orange,
infected
like
by
ever.
scurvy,
Potatoes also have
every
C
round
vitamins.
in combat, Alyssia, you will take 1 grit damage until the combat is over.
How the fuck does that work?
Just
Yes.
eat it orange, literally ever.
Shout out to Gangplank.
As
mean-
for you, Lucretia, as you just finish off taking care of a bunch of drunks and throwing them away with the table, the guys that got slammed by that table like, "Hey, motherfucker! Now it's our turn," and they use their special ability, anything but the kitchen sink. All you see is a barrage of stools, bottles, knives, forks. Everything is basically flying back towards you. As everything is being flung through the air, you also see the drunk guy that Alyssia was sitting in his lap. He's going, "Whee!" as he flies through the air and also slams into you.
Can I use the
Can I
interrupt
catch
action?
him?
Yeah, you can catch him.
I'm just getting a barrage of stools and stuff like bouncing off of me, and I now have a drunk guy in my arms. Like,
Can I-
what even is happening right now?
Actually, wait. As he's flying through the air and you're getting ready to catch him. Just a second.
If he does something, I will curb stomp him, no hesitation.
Shatter his teeth like glass.
Wilhelm scream.
As he flies through the air and you catch him. By the way, Lucretia, you take 3 points of grit damage. If you don't, you take exhaustion instead.
Okay, so
And your guys' turn begins. Alyssia, you take another point of grit damage.
Hey, Expertia, you know the guy that kicked me in the dick?
Yep.
I look down at him, pick him up by the collar, lift him up right into my face, and just war cry.
As you do that, you get the normal war cry effect. However, the guy, because you screamed right in his face, he's like, "Bloody hell!" Ah! And he passes out.
the fuck?
Hey, Experta.
Yeah.
That guy who like nibbled on my arm, is he still there?
He's giving you the French treatment. He has a long nose and he's wiggling with his eyebrows. Oh, ho, ho, enchanté!
The fuck?
I want to overwhelm him with dirty fighting. There's kicks to the groin, like kicks to the balls. There's like fists in the throat. There's all like fingers in the eyes, everything.
Gotcha. First off, I'm assuming you start by grabbing his nose and breaking it in a 90-degree angle.
Pretty much. So yeah, I wait. What? How is this? Oh yeah, fair enough. Just reading up on how it works.
Poor guy. Yeah, he's done. Lucretia and Iris, what about you guys?
I'm going to put the drunk guy on Alyssia's lap, and then I'm just gonna basically turn around and point at the guys who are just throwing shit at me and war cry directly at them, but in an accusatory manner.
Accusatory.
we can do that too! Ah! 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 They're trying to yell as well. They're trying to assert dominance like apes sizing each other up.
I will fucking brutalize them.
Iris, it's your move.
Okay then. I'm essentially gonna. After the guy ran out on the tip, she's like, okay, that's it, and rolls up her sleeves before I'm gonna execute a brutal finish with 4 exhaustion and essentially start throwing people out of the bar, just one after the other. Punching,
as
kicking.
this starts happening, you see that Jamie has actually stepped in to give you a helping hand. He's trying to distract them and blind them as you are going in, hammering them, and all you can see is a bloody tornado of death and destruction as Iris is plowing through these poor motherfuckers. So what happens is outside the tavern, it's nice and peaceful, and all of a sudden all you see is mountains of people just being flung every which way, breaking through the windows, through the doors, left and right. By the way, at some point Jeremy has gotten a small eye patch and he's looking very gruff and grizzled.
Perfect. Where's his little bandana?
Oh yeah, he got that as well, a little small red bandana.
Perfect.
And he just raises his wind to give you a high five here. Yark!
I do the same.
He even dabs on them fools.
Jeremy, no, that's a bad thing.
He dabs on Iris.
Jeremy, no!
Jeremy, no, bad influence.
Jeremy, don't look at those old fans. Dab on them,
Why is Jeremy a
dab, dab,
retarded
dab, dab,
hipster?
At some point,
Jeremy
however,
the parrot? More like Jeremy Paul.
the music abruptly ends. And as it does, as if somebody pulled the plug, everybody immediately stops fighting, even those that were in the middle of throwing something or hitting somebody over the head with something. The bard has stopped playing, and he just looks towards the rest of the room expectantly. Very quietly, somebody slips him another gold piece. And the fight
Are
continues!
you fucking kidding me?
Well,
It is basically a fucking jukebox.
Oh lord.
The
heretics,
fighting
am I
continues
right?
for another good 10 or 15 minutes. The tavern is starting to creak every which way. This establishment, this fine and respectable establishment, probably can't handle much more of this. By the way, the guys that you've been flinging out here is, after picking themselves up, they just fling themselves back into only to get knocked the fuck out again. It's a rather weird experience. They just keep coming for more punishment, the motherfuckers. They are salty boys after all.
I'm
They
getting
just
ready
can't
to
let it
just
go, man. They're too salty.
Get ready to brutal finish with the guy I'm holding. Just for all my exhaustion.
As you guys continue to beat the locals into submission and asserting dominance, eventually, the guy that you saw earlier, Iris, the gruffled up adventurer that gave you a silver piece, peeks his head inside the tavern. Oi! Motherfuckers, everything alright in here? They're like, motherfuckers.
I throw a guy at him. Crack him into
As you
this.
throw a guy at him, you see that the adventurer just grabs him with one hand and stops him. He looks at the guy who's half awake, and then he slaps him silly with a pimp slap and puts him down. Alright
Putting him
then.
down in style.
And as that happens, he goes, alright then, carry on. He gives an approving note and leaves the tavern.
What the fuck?
And leaves like that.
Are we back to?
But now that the guy has picked his head and pretty much diffused the situation with his presence, you see that most of the tavern drunks are, well, starting to calm the fuck down. The guy that yelled, put it on my tab, by the way, he has at some point been flung back inside the tavern and is now unconscious. And since he's unconscious, the put it on my tab effect has worn off and the tavern keeps like, oh, little girl. Oh, I can't believe it. Because he's calling you little girl because he's massive, and I'm talking fat massive. Ah, how could I be so stupid? I thought you owed me money. That's my bad. I'll take care of this fucker, okay? It's cool. We're good.
Head pats.
Thanks.
The
Goodbye, small child.
guy that was being flung around, the drunkard that first treated you, Yeah, he seems to have is mostly passed out, but he actually got out of that experience completely unscathed thanks to you guys and your quick wit. He just says, "Eh, the next round's on me, eh!" And he passes out face first, busting his nose as he puts a giant pouch of gold on the table, and everybody in the town's like, "Hey, free
Well,
drinks!" And
looks
they
like-
start putting the tavern back together so they can sit down and continue drinking.
Well, we can get a round of food before we sleep, at least.
Hey, Expera,
Yeah?
can I find either one citrus fruit or one potato?
Yes, you can.
Great, I find whatever and eat it.
By the way, because with every heroic showdown, as you know, you gain something. This time you do not gain either strain or grit. However, you do get a new special ability. You just received the Prince Dickens.
I
Congratulations.
knew it was gonna be that one.
Oh my
Of course you.
god.
More
so
dirty
now
fighting.
we can kick people in the dick if we
Kick
want to.
demons in the...
No. Don't you realize what this means? If and when we heroic showdown Reinhardt, we can kick him in the balls.
I already tried that when we first fought him.
Yes, but now we can do it legitimately.
True.
Now you have
feel
the
like-
skill for it.
Guys, I want to call first on using it as it was used against me.
Adam, it is fine.
That being
Everyone is gonna
said,
kick you in the
Horatius,
balls.
how are the family jewels feeling right now? Are we gonna have any little Horatiuses in the near future, or?
Okay, I used True Grit on my balls. I chose not to go down.
Hey, Adam. Does Horatius require someone to take care of them?
It's only so many times in one session you can fit all my balls before it gets creepy.
Well, you were the one who said that I felt your balls during the night, not me.
I said you tried. That's the key. Don't have to keep trying.
Anyway, there she just like turns back to the rest of you guys like, I refuse to believe that we are not dreaming. There's no way this is actually happening. And then she just says to no one in particular, Oi, Flint, if you're listening,
Sadly, I'm sorry to disappoint you, Alyssia, but no response.
Can I find a bit of twine or string on the floor or something?
I
I've
mean,
been
you
looking
pretty much
forward to
roughed
that
up a lot
all
of
day.
people. There's probably twine somewhere in your hair, so...
Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna tie the piece around, and basically I now have a makeshift purified amulet of Shaylin, so I can cast miracles again.
hey, Explorer.
You know, seems a little bit like heresy because it's not properly blessed by the church, but okay.
Excuse you, are you saying that I'm not a proper priestess, you heretic fuck?
Anyway, what were you
Jesus.
saying, Alyssia?
Any chance there like were some stray coins that fell onto the floor?
Oh yeah, quite a few.
Considering how drunk everyone probably is, I
I'm
still
gonna
have
say
no
that you can recover 3 gold pieces worth of coin. In different
Yes.
shapes and sizes, of course.
yeah, of course, but that's decent.
I mean,
the way-
it's basically pocket change, so...
I think we can all agree Alyssia is the accountant, right?
Why the fuck am I the accountant?
We'll be dealing with all the money. Every group
I'm
has an
super
accountant.
disappointed that none of you took advantage of the enemy's weakness, but oh well.
Oh, the what? Oh, the lack of common sense.
Yep.
I mean, no, like,
I mean,
unfortunately,
let's be fair, that was a joke
like-
weakness anyway.
Unfortunately, the fight ended before I was gonna claim that instead of doing a war cry, I'm going to go do a Banshee's Howl.
At any rate, the night rolls on. You finally managed to calmly get a nice drink and some nice food, and you got a warm bed waiting for you guys.
Unfortunately,
so
we're gonna
that
have to
just
share
helped.
because there's just 2 beds.
I mean,
Wonder
I think
who's
it's pretty
sharing with
obvious
who.
who's gonna sleep with who. I mean, Alyssia needs to take care of them balls, so...
Oh well, I was gonna sleep with Lucretia, but okay.
I don't really want to sleep with my brother, to be honest. This is
Oh,
kind of
so you're
weird.
fine with
First.
some other random woman sleeping with him, okay.
I'll
That-
sleep
that's
with
a first
Iris.
for her saying that.
I'll sleep with Iris, or actually, no,
why
I
am I
don't
only
want.
hearing about this now?
Fuck off.
posted.
Jesus.
By the way, due to all the commotion, though you didn't manage to recover any money, now that most of the people are passed the fuck out and the bodyguards that were collecting weapons didn't want to get involved in that shit, there are actually a small pile of, well, weapons, if you can call them that. It's just basically below average quality gear. You can get some weapons if you want to nick them real quick.
Isn't people gonna, you know, raise an eyebrow when we steal weapons?
Not stealing them.
We just found them.
We knocked out
in a
half of
s-
people, so
in a
just grab
pile.
one.
Yeah, I'm
Spoil
gonna
the war.
grab a long sword. And are there any
Persia?
shields?
I will grab as much as I can.
I'm gonna say that unless you guys want to stand out too much, you can each grab one weapon. And no, there are no shields, sadly.
Ah, damn it. I'll
Wait,
just
no
grab
chance
a
for
long
me to
sword.
grab 2 daggers? Rather
Well,
than
you can
swords?
grab a pair of daggers, that's fair.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's good enough. Can also be somewhat easily hidden.
I'm gonna assume that Lucretia is gonna grab a longsword, Horatius is gonna grab a halberd, and Iris is gonna be like, I am a weapon.
I am the warranty. No, wait.
I am a
Unless
tool.
you wanna take some.
No way.
weapons.
No, wait.
No, it's fine.
I mean,
No,
you
I-
can take a few small darts if you want.
I mean,
okay, I take
no.
a pouch of darts then.
Here's the joke. There's a dartboard in the tavern, and she takes the darts. Ah.
Yep, that's how it works, exactly. Excellent. Truly magnificent. As the night rolls on and everybody's starting to calm down and relax in the taverns before bedtime, suddenly there are some bells ringing out throughout the cove, however. And as the bells ring out, you see that there's actually tension. Some people are running through the streets, entering the taverns to explain what's happening. The guild just issued an emergency quest. From the looks of it, something's not right in town. However, the people don't seem too concerned once they figure out what's happening. It seems that this is not their first time dealing with something like this. Rather than getting their weapons and preparing to fight, they just settle down and hunker down, starting to close the doors and close the windows.
What the heck is happening?
Don't worry, it's some ghosts passing through the cove. It has happened before, it's gonna be fine. As long as we stay indoors and just lock and block the doors and windows, everything's gonna be fine.
Ghosts?
Yeah, some nasty stuff. The guild has ranked it difficulty C. It's a city-wide crisis. This ain't the kind of shit you should be, you know, outside handling. Don't worry. As long as we're inside, everything's gonna be fine.
I look over to Lucretia.
Do I know a way of purifying ghosts or taking them out? I mean,
Yes,
I
you
would
do.
assume.
And you're not the only one. Iris also knows.
Iris, though, is
Turn
like...
undead.
Is like...
Iris is all about that shit, player.
Yeah, Iris looks like she's peeking over. It's like, I need paper.
I also nod. Let's just take care of these ghosts.
Okay, so I can just get a basic ink pen and paper?
The tavern was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell are you guys doing? It's dangerous outside.
Taking care of
Trust
this-
me.
The
Don't
recognition,
worry.
we can skip a lot of this bullshit.
Yep. And don't worry, we know how to purify ghosts. I'm a priestess. I
Whoa,
hold
whoa.
up my pendant.
Whoa, 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 whoa. He just stands in your way in the door. You guys aren't serious, right? How drunk are you right now? I just said C. A citywide crisis. You know what that means? That means shit like Tyrant Saber Tiger. Less
Look,
demons.
we
Are you
just-
fucking for real?
We fought many
No, wait,
demons.
no, wait,
Wait,
no, wait, hang on, wait. Iris holds up her hand to Lucy's mouth before she says, like, don't worry, it's gonna be fine. Trust me, we died and there's nothing on you, don't worry. Come on, let's go. Oh, by the way, I'm
I'm telling
taking
you
some
right
paper.
now, if you walk past that door, I'm locking it and I'm not gonna open it until morning, no matter how much you scream for me to let you in.
By the way,
You
Iris
said
is writing on
lesser
paper.
demons, right?
Yeah, he
I
said
just
lesser
laugh
demons.
as I
Don't,
walk.
Then that's
don't,
fine.
Lesser
don't
demons.
boast.
Lesser, he said.
Don't
Lesser
boast.
demon.
It's like, don't boast, don't get a big head, and that's Iris saying that to you. It's like, and she's writing down her talismans quickly, saying,
Lesser.
The guy just, as you guys are determined to go outside, the guy just has a somber look on his face, and he removes his cap and puts it to his heart. You see that some of the drunkards are starting to awaken and look at you solemnly. So you can read it on their face. They think that you're the bravest man on the fucking planet right now.
okay, let's go.
They're
and
like,
see
oh
what
my
this
god,
is."
they're going to their death. Look at them, they're so brave and heroic right now.
Actually, in order to distract him, Alyssia she like slips an arm around his shoulders and like drags him off to the side. So, by lesser demons, what are we talking about here?
Well, you know, goblins, imps, that kind of bullshit. They're pretty rough.
Ah, yes, I see. I've heard about those. And just, continues to completely bullshit him.
So yeah, Iris is like, okay, everybody ready? Like she gives out a few basic pain talismans to you guys, so you
The fuck you mean by everybody ready?
You guys not coming?
I was already out
The fuck are
door.
we gonna go
I was-
do about
I
like,
can give you
against
both to
ghosts?
punch some ghosts.
I literally went out the door
I ain't
chuckling
afraid of no
about
ghosts.
lesser demons.
Wait,
I'm also following Horatius.
I
ain't
okay,
afraid of
fine.
no
Alicia
ghosts.
will follow. She says like, "What the fuck am I gonna do?" Like she's just, inward is like, "What the fuck am I gonna do about ghosts?" Like I stab people. Like
Right. So you guys decide to venture out into the danger, do you?
Yes. I'm like, we have to
Yes.
find the source of this, by the way.
now give me a goblin I can decapitate brutally.
Goblins. Last breath.
You guys are gonna die. There's a goblin.
But only last week almost. Kinda.
I died last week. The hell are you
Bring the
talking?
mood down.
You hear an earthly house as you step outside, and you begin seeing floating specters and ghosts haunting the town. The lights that were set in the streets are immediately snuffed out. Everybody is hiding inside, nobody is out in the streets. However, something seems to be off. A haunting of this level, sure, it doesn't seem like anything special, not by your standards. Iris, however, you are finally in tune with the spirit world. Something is off. The spirits here are those of deceased people who have not been properly disposed of or, well, sent on their way. In situations like this, you can imagine, from what you were told, this place is rather dangerous, even though you didn't encounter any danger on the way here. So probably a lot of people have died off in the jungle and didn't get proper burials. So it makes sense that there's a lot of, well, ghosts here, poltergeists, people that have not managed to properly say their goodbyes, have not moved on. This is not that dangerous by itself if you have any sort of teaching related to, well, the gods or any type of purification magic, and you are a priestess after all. So this is definitely a job that's right up your guys' alley. It seems like the city doesn't have people like you, so you can honestly make a killing taking care of shit like this here. However, there is something else. Something is off. It's not that the ghosts are aggressive. It's not that they're trying to accomplish something by, quote-unquote, haunting the city. They are driven here by some kind of presence that is basically preventing them from finding peace and rest. Something is riling them up.
I would say we have to give them a proper send-off, but without presence here, I don't think we can. Is there any way
You
to
can
track
well,
also
get rid of
sense
the
that
presence.
whatever's riling them up is making its way towards the heart of the cove. It's actually headed towards you.
Let's go and
Might
meet
I
it.
suggest that while you're dealing with that, me and Horatius tries to figure out what exactly is heading here.
Well, we can only really purify. It really takes a ritual, isn't that right, Lucretia? Like, send-off. Basically a funeral.
Yes.
So, we gotta take care of the presence anyway, otherwise they're not gonna find their road to the afterlife.
Very well. Then might I suggest we ambush them at the bridge?
Alright, let's go. Oh, by the way, can I temporarily see through the spirit world? I want to see if there's anything messed up with, like, the waves.
Make a will save.
Okay.
Wisdom.
Roll for insanity.
Will save.
Yeah, wisdom.
Yeah, that's good.
That's it's an 18.
Oh, right, because you're here.
I'm
Iris,
just
as
so
you
good looking,
try
it
to
helps.
pierce the veil and see more in tune the lines and the spirit realm, you see that these ghosts were not what they appear. They are not people that died on this island. These ghosts are ancient and of unknown origin.
Old
They are not
ghosts.
ghosts of people, not humans at least. And that what binds them to this world is, like I said, the thing that riled them and coming towards you.
Alright, then let's go and take out this presence.
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
We are the Ghostbusters.
Who you
Yeah,
gonna
we gotta
call?
name our group Ghostbusters after this.
Something strange. Four and her friends.
In a neighborhood.
As you guys approach the presence that you feel off in the distance, you begin to hear the sounds of combat. It seems that some of the more grittier adventurers decided to brave the night and face whatever's plaguing the city. However, by the way, the guy that you saw earlier that was decently equipped and such, he's also taking part in the fight. You got a sense for him when you met him first, but he is clearly a very seasoned fighter. He's got quite a few moves on him, and he's making that bastard sword look like a dagger. He's extremely quick with it. His companions and him seem to be working together very nicely. There is a mage in their party. The tank and the alchemist are basically keeping the ghost in the center busy. There's an archer circling around and popping shots and also using daggers. They seem to be a very well-oiled party. However, eventually they begin getting overwhelmed by the ghost in the middle. And with a war cry, eventually they are pushed off and flung backwards. The ghostly presence stands before them victorious with a war cry. The adventurers quickly begin to retreat, and the ghost does not give chase to them. He simply puts his weapon away, and then he turns back to face you guys.
Only?
You see something that is clearly not human. By the sound of it and by the look on his head, you notice two very distinct, very long and strong horns on top of it. The design is very different from Amelia. You clearly see the distinctive sign of an Oni. However, this one does not have a physical body. This is a ghost.
Ghost of an Oni. What? Why
He
was one
looks
here?
towards you guys and starts walking towards you.
Is this for presence, by the way?
Yes, this is the presence that binds the other spirits here.
Hmm.
The spirits begin to circle around you, but they just keep their distance and look at you.
I'm gonna head forwards too then.
At this point, I'm looking at Horatius with a kind of look like,
The fuck?
Horatius, are you gonna roll for insanity or something? What's going on right now?
Fuck.
Yeah, Horatius is seeming a
It
bit
seems
fucking crazy.
Just see perfect capstone. Of course it's a fucking Oni.
Experta.
Yes.
Anything happening with the curse that has been cast on me?
Currently, no. You feel
Fair enough.
just fine. As the Oni approaches you guys, he suddenly stops a good respectable 10 meters away from you. And then he slowly points to nobody in particular, just in your guys' general direction. You quickly recognize the gesture, Horatius. This is a basic, challenge. And as he does, he puts his dominant hand on his blade without actually drawing it yet.
I assume
Sorry, can you repeat that? You broke off again.
I said just I assume my ready posture. I accept.
As you do, you see the Oni slowly begin to draw out the blade, and with a quick slash, he gets into a battle-ready position again against you. And as he does, he lets out another roar. The spirits around you begin to siphon left and right and in circles everywhere around you in a very excited manner. And as they do, this is where we're gonna cut off for the session and continue next time. There we go. As the Oni gets ready for a fight. Well, the
Look,
ghost
mate, if we beat this
of an
one
Oni.
as well, I'm getting up in name at 2 OD.
It's a fucking dragon!
More like an ancient wyvern.
Fuck!
So good luck, it's all you,